What's good, everybody? Just want to jump on here and lay down a few thoughts on um, authenticity because it's such an important piece of the book that we're working on and the work that we've done through LED and all the things that we are building. So, um, wanted to jump on and talk really quick about something that's been on my mind the last few weeks, um, and that is the amount of energy it takes to try to be someone else. Um, we know that it is a lot of work to live and teach in your authenticity. It takes a lot of reflection. It takes seeing those things we don't necessarily want to see. And it takes putting in work emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically to build yourself into who you want to be. And that can scare people. It can turn some people off to wanting to be who they really are. Um, but we both have learned through experience that it takes a lot of energy to be somebody you aren't. And the thing that has tripped us up in the past, and we know trips up teachers now, is the admiration for someone else and trying to be that particular person. And it's great to admire, and it's great to find people who are successful in the profession and are doing great things. But we need to be careful of saying that we're going to be just like them because we haven't had their experiences. And that's not just limited to teaching. We look at someone who's super successful, who is doing great things, and we think if we could just do these two or three or four things, we could be just like them. And we start striving to do those few things, and it's a lot of work trying to manage that expectation of trying to be like that particular person. And we don't understand how much work those people have put in to be who they are. And it's going to take us a lot of work to make up all those experiences, excuse me, that make up who that person is. And it can also put us in a position where we're expending a lot of energy to not be who we really are. And this is by no means to say you have to buck the trend and be something totally different than um, what anyone else has been. But it is to say that we have to do the best to be who we are and to share our particular gifts. And I don't mean to cast any negativity on a place like the Ron Clark Academy or those places that are really out there doing incredible things. But I would assume that those people who are out there teaching and doing that, that's in their DNA. That's who they are. I don't think a person goes out there and fits into their culture that is not about that life or doesn't stay if they're not about that life. And it can sometimes give us a negative um, view of ourselves because we're not that. We think that's the gold standard, and it's not. The gold standard for a teacher is being the best of who you are and sharing that with your kids. For me, this year is about simplicity. This year is about connection and bringing back those things that are the best parts of teaching. I want to be direct and simple and and connected to my kids because I teach social studies. It's a chance for me to help them connect back to the world they've been away from for quite a while. And it's a chance for me to start simple conversations that shows them how to have polite and respectful and meaningful conversations that make a difference. We can try all we want to waste our breath to change the minds of adults, but for us, if we can build a new generation of kids who are willing to listen, starting with just that point of willing to listen and say, there are other perspectives besides my own, and that perspective might not be right, mine might not be right, but especially when it comes to this country, we'll find somewhere in the middle. So that's what I hope this year will be. Like I said, that's authentic to me. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to live a life that is simple and direct and meaningful and purposeful. And that's where I want all my lessons to be. I don't need to make them overcomplicated. I don't need to necessarily tackle all these huge overarching themes. Just some really concrete examples of the cultures and people in the world around us, and as much connection as I can make to them with our kids. So hope everybody has a great day, and let's get it.